Zalepka. The power of focus. The power of focus. Zalepka.
A goal is the ongoing pursuit of a worthy objective until accomplished. It's from The Power of Focus. Ladies and gentlemen, there have been 11,874 books written in the English language about goals and the focus it takes to see them through. I know this because I read them all twice. I'm just kidding. I have read a lot of them, though. And the best thing is when you get to see the theories in these books play out in real life. For me, it happened at the Monmouth County Fair of all places. By show of hands, who's ever been to the county fair? Any county fair? Great. So most of you will know that when I say the county fair is the kind of place that you eat greasy food, you go on cheesy rides, you see giant fruits and vegetables and all kinds of animals. You know what I'm talking about. Not the kind of place that I was expecting to learn a valuable life lesson. But that's exactly what happened. This past summer, my wife Courtney and I took our 2 young children to the county fair to enter them into Kids Race Day. At the time, my daughter JC was 4, my son Jackson was 2. Jackson was going to be competing in the toddler waddle, and my daughter in the big wheel rally. And my son was up first. We took him out to this big field that they had roped off with chalk lines for the lanes, and we were getting him ready when the announcer said, "Go!" And in all the commotion and the yelling, and it was hot, and kids were running this way and that way, I hadn't even had a chance to get down to the finish line, or the goal in this case. A friend of mine took a great picture with his cell phone camera. I'll pass a couple of these around. You'll see me running down to the finish line. I didn't give him anything concrete to focus on. He never even had a chance. He didn't even finish the race. Instead, retreating back to his mom in his comfort zone, if you will. And that's when it hit me like a ton of bricks. That a goal without the focus to see it through is nothing more than just a dream. Sure, I could want my kid to win the race. I could want to get out of debt. I could want to land that big account. I can want to retire young. But if I can't clearly define how, then I'm just dreaming. Then my focus shifted to my daughter, who was going to be racing next, and I was determined to help her achieve her goal of winning. See, the year before, as a young 3-year-old, she competed with the 3- and 4-year-olds in this race. She advanced to the finals, and I think she took something like 8th place. She got a little ribbon for participation, but it wasn't until she saw the big ribbons that the winners got that she realized she didn't win. She said, "Daddy, I want a big ribbon." I said, "Honey, you didn't win." I said, "Daddy, I can win. I know I can win." I said, "Next time, honey, you'll get them next time." And she carried that around with her for a year. Every time we were in the driveway, riding bikes or riding her big wheel, she would say, "Daddy, I can go faster. I can beat those boys. I'm going to win. I want that ribbon. I want that ribbon." I said, "I know, honey. I know. You're going to do it." I'm always encouraging, but sometimes she just doesn't, So I got down to the finish line before the race started. And I was nervous for her. There were 80 kids participating in this race. There were going to be 8 heats of 10 kids. And they were only taking the winners to the finals. So she had to win. I said, "JC, get to Daddy as fast as you can!" She gave me a little thumbs up, and I knew she was with me. She was focused. So on go, she started pedaling really fast, which was no small task because the grass was like shin high, and the ground was uneven, but she made it look effortless, and she won. She easily advanced to the finals. Now, there were 7 more heats, like I said, which is about an hour's worth of time, which if you're a 4-year-old at the county fair is an eternity. Plenty of things to lose focus. Rides, games, food. I think we had some French fries. But for the most part, we hung out waiting for the finals to come around. Once the finals were announced, she was the first one in there. She got to lane 1. There was some milling about it. They tried to locate the other contestants for the finals. And I noticed the boy in lane 2 started chatting her up. Jake was his name, I think. And I joked to Jake's mom next to me at the finish line. I said, "Look at your son trying to get in my daughter's head." She just scowled at me as I said, "Look you. JC, focus! Focus, honey!" She gave me another little thumbs up. She was with me again. She was back. Once everyone was in place, the announcer said go, and everyone took off fast, really fast this time. These were all the heat winners, after all. 7 little boys, all of which were bigger than her. And they were cheating. Wait a minute, they're cheating. They were using their feet. on the grass like this. Now the rule was, as long as your butt was on the seat, you could use your feet. They didn't expect the kids to actually pedal in this high grass on its uneven ground. But there was my daughter in last place, pedaling away, pedaling a little harder. And I couldn't very well run up to her at that point and say, you know, you can change, you can do that. But I saw her give a glimpse around, and she realized, hey, wait a minute, I can do that. And then she did that. And then she caught those boys, and then she passed those boys. And then in my Told Tales speech, I told how she barreled through the finish line, knocking me to my knees. And I don't know if she really did that or I tackled her, but next thing I know, we're rolling around laughing and screaming. And then a minute later, when we were picking up her ribbon, which she finally got, this ribbon, I realized what I had just witnessed. My next Toastmasters speech, of course, of course. I saw it all come together for my son's lack of focus, causing him not only not have a chance, but instead retreat to his comfort zone. So my daughter's intense focus on achieving her goal, and then having the wherewithal to change her riding style, come out of her comfort zone to get that ribbon. I wasn't sure how I was going to deliver this speech. I mean, it's not like I'm some self-help guru or some kind of motivational speaker, yet anyway. But I do know that I took the lesson internally, and I saw how I could apply it to my professional and my personal life. And one of the goals is to become a better communicator, better presenter, better interpersonal skills. So I stand before you as a testament to the fact that I'm committed to focus on my goals. So I guess the moral of the story is, well, first of all, if you don't have goals, you should get some. And when you have some goals, start to focus. I mean, really focus specifically on what you need to do, or maybe even what you need to change in order to achieve your goals. Because, folks, there's a lot of power in focus. Just ask my kids. Madam Contestant Chair.